Good day, everyone. We are Group 2, and today we're going to share our thoughts on the brief Ashley Anderson and Jacob Mann CGI video clip called Extinguished. But first, allow me to show you the presentation's table of contents. Number 1, description of the story's plot synopsis. Number 2 is a discussion of each member that appears in the narrative. Number 3, does the CGI include any specific animation details? Number 4, the narrative's genre, message, moral lesson, and our interpretation of the narrative. Number 5, recognition and awards for the narrative. And finally, the verdict or conclusion.
The animated short film is about the guy showing his love with his heart flaming in the character's chest. The man there experiences a love at first but turns into a heartbroken because the first girl didn't love him back. And then the blue-haired girl came and he was in love at first sight. But he tries to stop it because he was afraid to reject again. There are so many times that his heart was flaming, but he didn't give it a try because of his fear. But at last, when the girl is finally leaving her grandmother, the guy forget his fear of falling in love again and go to the girl to show his flaming heart. And finally, the girl loved him back, and that shows a happy ending.
The male protagonist, a man who has had a heartbreaking love experience and who now believes he is not ready to take a chance on love because of it. Afraid and frightened to approach the female character, the male protagonist is first very far from her. He wants to get to know her more, but is nervous about being rejected. Not only he is often sidetracked, but he also had a habit of becoming lost in his own head. But as his relationship with the female character develops, he grows in self-assurance and willingness to take risks. The female protagonist. The protagonist and her grandma lives together, and this is where they, the male lead and the female lead, ultimately meet. Once our female character waved at him, our male character was instantaneously pulled to her and fell in love. The female character is more daring than the male protagonist. She often sees our male protagonist and likes his shyness. Once the male character approaches her, the female character sees his persistence and fall in love with him instantly.
She is the one of the characters. She became the bridge for the two main leads in this film. If she didn't let her granddaughter go to their home, the male lead might sad forever because of his past heartbreak. And the last, the first girl or the first love of our main lead. She rejected the male lead, that's why he got a lesson from it.
Computer-generated animation was employed for the production, and within that, a brief clip of CGI was created that utilized three-dimensional animation to give the impression that the characters were real and moving. In addition, the two-dimensional animation that was used for the cropped images in the vintage spots was created by using a paintbrush. Because of the playback point and the 3D animation, the utilization, it can give the CGI short clip the appearance of being moving state, giving the impression that it's real and more captivating to the viewers.
This story is all about taking risks. It is indeed that taking risks won't cost you anything, but not taking the chance will definitely cost you everything. In our daily lives, we're always given a chance or an opportunity to change and be the best versions of ourselves. The action will always depend on us whether we take it or not. But always be mindful that be responsible in everything that we will do, because everything has its own consequences or a blessing that will always come back to you. Just like in the story. Do you think they'll ended up with each other if the boy didn't confess his feelings? Of course not. We should do our best in everything that we will do. If we fail, then it's okay. Accept it. At least we tried. And we don't have any regrets because we know that we did our best. It's not just for us, and I know that when the right time comes, everything will fall into place. So take that risk, and I can assure you that you will not be having any regrets because deep inside, you will understand and know that you did your best, and that's enough.
And now, I'm here to discuss about the awards and recognitions. Number 1, Barcelona Film Festival, Best Animated Short Story. Number 2, Largo Film Festival, Animation Winner. Number 3, Wooden Gale International Film Festival, nominee for Best CGI. And lastly, number 4, Exit Film Festival, nominee for Best Video Production.
In conclusion, love generally arrives as a surprise, often at a time when you're feeling weak or hopeless. But when it does, it feels amazing, as if you could risk all your courage for the sake of being loved back by that person. In addition, love involves taking chances, whether it's risking another heartbreak or living a lifetime of regret. However, you won't regret not being as cowardly as you were before once you've achieved a better result.